All right, we're back for some more Dreamhack in Denver 2017. I'm here at the Gamejolt booth, which I didn't realize was going to be here, and I was especially surprised that, well, the creators of Gamejolt are here as well. I'm here with one of them now.
Hi, I'm Yaprock. I run Gamejolt. My husband David made Gamejolt.
Yeah, he's hiding back here as one of the video game folks, making sure that games are being played. It's important. There's too many indie games not to be playing all of them, people. And so what is your booth here dedicated to?
So we partnered with Dreamhack at the end of last month and ran a 72-hour game jam called the Dreamhack Jam, where the surprise theme was apocalypse, and there were 170 games made where we picked the 5 top-rated ones, and those are over here. And all of the games from the jam are actually playable at our booth.
So if you really want to get your games seen, it seems like the place to put them up is Gamejolt. They'll take you literally to a convention after you've won one of their game jams. And they host a lot of them. I've covered a few of them in the past, but there is always a new one there. So if you're looking to get into more indie game dev practice, this is where you want to do it.
Yeah, we have over 100,000 games on Gamejolt.
So just a couple, just more than I would probably play in a lifetime. Nothing crazy. So I guess why don't we swivel over and look at some of the games being played. I like this one here, Escape to Heaven, where you're a kid who has found that the rapture is happening, and he's got to use his little legs to try and run away without getting nabbed by all those demons. Look, Timmy. If you didn't want the demons to grab at you, you should have been doing more calisthenics. That's on you. It's like Zombieland. What was it like the rules of surviving a zombie apocalypse? Lots and lots of aerobic exercise.
So the developers are from Brazil. It's Space Draft. They've made a few other really cool games on Gamejolt, so I'd definitely look them up.
Do they have a game about being a giraffe in space?
They surprisingly don't, but maybe that's something they should consider.
Yeah, that could be the next endless runner hit, a giraffe with a jetpack in space.
I think you need to join their team.
I think we have something going here. So you guys were telling me that you're now based out of Colorado here. Well, at least, you two, maybe not the servers.
Yeah, we just moved here after living in a different country every month for a year. We tried to meet as many indies across the world as we could. So that was a crazy thing we did, but now we're finally settled.
Did you hit most of them?
No, just 12 countries. So.
Oh, okay. I mean, I guess it's every month for a year, so there's only 12 months. Dang it, years be longer. That's why we can't have nice things. So what made you want to come out to Colorado, aside from, we like to think Colorado's better than everywhere else?
I didn't know Colorado was better than everywhere else. We just kept wanting to come see the mountains. So we weren't sure that we were going to stay here, but we needed to recover from just all the different Airbnbs we were living in. So yeah, once we got here, we're like, this is awesome. The food's amazing, the coffee's amazing, the people are really nice. There's like a budding gaming community here, and yeah, we love it here.
And I like to hear when any major platform comes out to Colorado, because it lessens the likelihood that I'll eventually have to move to California if my YouTube channel ever blows up.
There's surprisingly a lot of huge companies here. Activision has a branch here. Riot Games has I think at least one person that's working out of here. There's the indie publisher Serenity Forge. Bright Locker is a new crowdfunding platform for games. Yeah, so I think it's happening.
All right, cool. And just so you know, a little shout out to my friend Jupiter Hadley. You're my official name drop, because they're like, oh yeah, Larry Chupacabra. And I was like, yeah, I work with Jupiter Hadley sometimes. They're like, oh, we know. Yeah, we know Jupiter. So where's your husband at back here?
David.
Let's just go. Okay. We'll go to David. How's it going, David? We hear you're the creator of Gamejolt.
Yes. Yes.
So what can you tell us about the crazy trip that is creating a giant indie platform?
Oh, geez, it's really hard. It's way harder than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be really easy. I thought I'd make a platform, you know, everyone would use it, and then I'll put my games on there and be famous, you know?
Little did you know that you're famous for being able to sell indie games, not the other games themselves.
Yeah, it's kind of ironic, right? Yeah.
So you're like, okay, it's Tuesday, the server's slightly on fire. Do we need another one? Maybe. It's a little bit like that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And then the funny thing is, like, if a big developer puts their stuff up, they never tell us, right? So then all of a sudden there's just like all this traffic, everything's going down. It's like, oh.
Thanks, Ubisoft. Really appreciate it, buddy. Not that we're putting any names out there.
Yeah.
But so what was the what was the original idea? Did you just wake up one morning and you're like, I'm going to make the next Steam?
Well, Steam wasn't. So I started in 2002 initially. So Steam wasn't really like.
So you were ahead of the curve.
Oh yeah. No, it was. I was like a hobbyist game developer, and there wasn't really a place for that at the time to like put your stuff up. So it was really like, I want to put my stuff up, but there's nothing really there. I might put it on this random forum or that forum, and like no one.
It's not really the place for a thing to put on Newgrounds this time.
Yeah. Because that was like Flash, right? Yeah. So it's like, what if you were making downloadables? What do you do? And
how do you actually try to sell it too?
Yeah. Well, so it started as a free games site. We eventually put a marketplace on, but yeah. So it was more for like, how do you grow kind of this hobbyist game development thing into something where gamers would know about it, right? And so it was kind of like, well, maybe I can make a place where there'd be like all the games there, and then gamers would find it and be like, oh, all these people are making these games. It's not just like the AAA stuff, you know?
Nice. I mean, I know a lot of people really appreciate that places like Gamejolt exist, and your competitor, Itch. Because it's thanks to those platforms that they actually have a place where they can release their games without having to try and fight off the horde of people on Steam.
Yeah, and that's why, like, I think in the indie kind of community, like Itch would be like a competitor, but honestly, like, Itch, IndieDB, Newgrounds, Gamejolt, all those people are helping indies out.
It's a beautiful ecosystem. Yeah, so we're not fighting each other, we're helping each other.
Yeah. I think the more resources that indies have, the better, right?
Yeah.
And then it helps all of us out because, more gamers know.
And now with Steam Direct, we've got over 6,000 new indie games on Steam. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be a make or break year for what Valve does with those sorts of things. But if you find you can't get through the giant horde, remember, Gamejolt. And I'm not just saying that because I'm trying to schmooze up to the Gamejolt people because they live in Colorado now. Not at all. All right, well, thank you for talking to me.
Thanks.
Where'd your wife run off to?